And it does look like a chilly rain for the Ravens game Sunday afternoon.
All right, Tom, thank you. Well, more than 2 million Marylanders now have their Real ID driver's licenses, but about 2 million more still don't. That's the identification that will be required to board domestic flights next fall. And while the Motor Vehicle Administration will notify individuals who aren't in compliance, they say there's no need to wait. So, Andre, what do we need to know right now?
Ashley, you need to know there's no need to procrastinate if you're dreading going to the MVA to get your Real ID driver's license. And if it take too long to go to the MVA, you might not be able to take off on a plane going anywhere.
No serving, C3.
This is your birth certificate and your social back.
There's always a mob of Maryland drivers moving through the Motor Vehicle Administration headquarters in Glen Burnie with their documents and money.
There is a $20 fee.
That was awesome.
Mike Myers is a happy man because he did not stand in this long line. He booked an appointment online to get his Real ID driver's license.
You're probably the happiest person I've ever seen walk out of an MVA.
6 minutes in and out, what's not to be happy about? Register online, come in here, and they see you, in this case, 15 minutes ahead of time.
The MVA recommends you do what he did and make an online appointment to get your Real ID Maryland driver's license so you can bypass this line. And when you get here, make sure you have something that proves your age and identity, such as a birth certificate or a U.S. passport. Something that proves your Social Security number, such as a Social Security card or a W-2 form, and at least 2 things that prove where you live, and something that shows a name change as a result of marriage or divorce. Just keep in mind, as of October 1st, 2020, the only way that most of us will be able to board a domestic commercial flight is with a Real ID driver's license or a passport.
You need a Real ID.
The whole point of it is to beef up security. It's an extra security tool in the toolbox, so to speak.
Lisa Farbstein is with the Transportation Security Administration, created after 9/11. The terrorist attack prompted Congress to pass the Real ID Act of 2005.
We want to make sure people are not presenting a false ID to get onto an aircraft.
And we guarantee to see you within 15 minutes, so we want to make it convenient for you and really focus on customer service.
Chrissy Nizer runs Maryland's Motor Vehicle Administration. Nizer said she has good news for you if you received a Maryland driver's license or ID card between 2009 and 2016. You may not need to go to the MVA at all because you may already have the needed documents on file.
Let's go to our website and see if you're able to get a duplicate license online. That is $20 to get that new license, and we'll mail it right to you.
But let's say you go ahead and book a trip to a warm, sunny beach next fall. Well, if you're that perennial procrastinator, you could get burned, and I'm not talking about a sunburn.
The TSA officer looks at your license, looks at you and says, "I'm sorry, that ID is no longer valid. This is a mistake that could cost you thousands of dollars. Don't be that guy."
You do not want to be that guy. And there are some other forms of identification, such as a military ID, that will be acceptable. By the way, the MVA says customers who have an appointment are guaranteed to be seen within 15 minutes of that scheduled time. But again, they have to have an appointment. We have everything you need to know about the Real ID on the WBAL TV mobile app.
All right, there's your fair warning. You heard it here.
You've been warned.
Okay.
Get it done.
It's coming up. All right, a Missouri